What do you get when you combine a passionate and veteran sports writer with a wife who is a casual observer? The answer? Married to the Game. This landmark sports talk radio show discusses sports from a married couple's perspective. Married to the Game with Rory and Lakita begins right now.
Once again, it's on. What's happening, good peoples? My name is Rory Chirac.
And I'm Lakita Chirac.
And this is Married to the Game. Man, thank you so much for checking us out. We've said it before, but it bears repeating. We are just beyond humble that you're logging onto our program. We're mounting up with wings like eagles, running without fatigue.
We are charged and in marathon mode.
Now, Lakita, I know you don't quite get it in the agony, but football is over.
Yes, I know. And I know you've been a little sad, and I'm here for you. I really understand, because I noticed you've been a little bit moody.
Well, we've been inundated with pigskin fodder since late July, but with the Super Bowl in the books, it's over. So now what? Well, first and foremost, if you're feeling a void, Married to the Game is here.
That's right. We're here every week to break down all the sports chatter to make it relatable to everyday folks.
And we're not going anywhere, and we're always going to come through with that flavor. We answer the question of now what by breaking down the first half of the NBA season and previewing All-Star Weekend down in New Orleans.
Baseball's back, and we're buzzing over pitchers and catchers reporting to camp.
We also swing for the greens with rising golf star Ginger Howard. So if you're still asking now what, Married to the Game is what. And we're ready to bring in the noise, bring in the funk.
Late corner three. 60! 60 for Klay Thompson. Will Chamberlain, Rick Barry, Joe Fultz. Warriors with 60. And Klay Thompson joining the group. Off the rim, Curry has time. 3 seconds. Curry from half court. Oh! He puts it in at the buzzer. Kawhi Leonard, a one-hander. 25 for Leonard, and it's back to 3.
The lead is 3. Love, LeBron, and got it! Banks it in! Jaw-dropping Beal there. 3. Fade away out of bounds using glass, and he ties it at 120. An unbelievable shot. Thomas for 3. Isaiah Thomas arcing it high over Whiteside. Thomas from deep.
Unbelievable. How far out he was on that shot with Tyler Johnson all over him.
One of the great performances in Celtics history. One of the great fourth quarters we have ever witnessed. He has 50, 27 in the fourth quarter. He's got 9 triples, 6 of them in the fourth quarter.
And another 3, Westbrook. Why not? Why not? 45. And the running man, Russell Westbrook, scores 17 in the quarter. And he put this one away.
Kevin Durant back in OKC for the first time as the enemy here. KD playing his first 9 years of his career with this franchise, of course, leaving in the offseason.
You know, just trying to think about it, just go out there and play. You know, once the ball's tipped up, just go play the game.
Starting at forward, 6'9" from Texas, number 35, Kevin Durant.
Durant way downtown. Bang! Kevin Durant drills the three-pointer. And here's the booze from the crowd as Golden State goes up 19.
Man, and that was just a sample of some of the exciting highlights from the first half. I'll go old school style, NBA action. It's fantastic. Speaking of fantastic, the Cavs and the Warriors are the top dogs. Looks like we might be headed for another NBA Finals, 3rd year in a row with those two teams.
Now, no offense, but I really don't care. But we can talk about Tim Duncan. That's what we could do. Number 21.
You know he's retired.
I know, but he was so awesome. We could talk about him all day.
How about we could talk about the fact that last year in the playoffs, they didn't even get a chance to face the Warriors.
Whoa. I mean, I'm so shocked that you said that, I mean, I really don't know what to say here.
Because it's all about Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green with the Warriors.
No.
LeBron.
Tim Duncan.
Kyrie Irving.
Do you not
Kevin Love with
know
Cleveland.
Tim Duncan he's the all. I mean, come on now. Come on. Tim Duncan, number 21.
Okay.
That's all.
He is going to be in the Hall of Fame. They did retire his jersey number earlier this year.
Now we're going.
That's a highlight.
Yes.
The Spurs are still a relevant franchise, even with him not being there.
Yeah.
But they're still not the Warriors, and they're still not the Cavs.
Okay. We're just gonna go on.
And speaking of the Warriors, Kevin Durant. Now, last summer, the big news was when he bolted Oklahoma City to go sign with the Warriors.
Yeah, that was big news.
And he's been balling out this first half.
He has been balling out.
I got a question. Sure. Do you feel some kind of way about him leaving? A lot of people do, or is it like, whatever, move on?
It's whatever, move on. And I understand fans put a lot into their franchise players and into each athlete on the team.
Fan is short for fanatic.
I get that, but it's business. Come on, man. Like, seriously, don't give him such a hard time on making a business decision. He had to do what he had to do.
Well, it's been the analogy of he dumped one girlfriend for a prettier girl, and he didn't even tell her face to face. It's like getting dumped by a text message or an email.
It's business. It's business. What was he? I mean, what do they expect him to do? Like, call each one and say, "Hey, I'm leaving." I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it happens all the time.
But communication is the key to any relationship, personal or professional.
I get it.
And for whatever reason, he's gone on the greener pastures.
Right.
The Warriors, top dog, look like they could be in the finals again. Oklahoma City is still relevant, but it's definitely not the same without him being there as far as wins and losses goes.
Right. Of course not. I just really think we all should just move on. I mean, as you say, Oklahoma City is still doing their thing, and so is he.
And the game this past weekend was the biggest thing in Oklahoma City as far as a regular season game goes.
Right.
You saw he handled the Bulls. That's how you handle the Bulls. You drop 30-plus points on them.
But it wasn't as many Bulls as we thought it would be, which is awesome. Because, that just goes to show, to be honest, it shows the respect that some have for him, because it wasn't that bad.
The Bulls weren't as loud, but there were still a lot of mean-spirited, negative things
you're gonna have
that his mom had to hear as well, too.
Yeah.
But it comes with the territory, and Russell Westbrook is still balling out of control. He's doing his thing in pursuit of a triple-double average, which would be for a whole season, trying to be the first person since Oscar Robinson to do such a feat.
Wow. Well, that's good.
And so that's
he's
good
holding it down.
He's averaging 30 points a game, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. I know you're not all the stats.
I was about to say that. No, but go ahead.
He's treading upon some uncharted waters and looking to make a historic name for himself. And this is all in the post-Kevin Durant era.
Okay.
Those are some highlights. Then the lowlights, the Knicks.
Oh, yeah.
The team of my youth. I'm still a Knicks fan. Mm-hmm. The Knicks are the epitome of dysfunction. They are a train wreck, whether it's Derrick Rose, bolting, and talking about communication.
Right.
You work at a job. If you can't show up for work, you call.
Right.
You don't if it's a family emergency, you just don't just leave. You say, hey, look, I got to take care of a family emergency.
You handle your business.
I'll talk to you when I can.
Right.
That was one of the lowlights between Carmelo Anthony and Phil Jackson's back and forth. And Phil,
that was something.
Whether he wants to get rid of Melo, who knows? And then the latest incident right before the first half ended, banning legend Charles Oakley, CIAA, man, Virginia Union to be exact. Charles Oakley, the oak tree, banning him from Madison Square Garden.
That was a little bit too much for me. I mean, you know.
Now, I wish Oak, first of all, Oak, I love you. Mm-hmm. I wish you wouldn't have put your hands on the security guards. I'm not going to get that. I'm not making an excuse for that.
Okay.
And my fanhood and likability. Mm-hmm. However, you do not ban somebody, a New York Knicks legend, somebody like Charles Oakley, those great 90s teams with Starks and Ewing and Xavier McDaniel. Mm-hmm. No. Oakley should be able to sit in Madison Square Garden any seat he wants to.
That's what I was about to say. He really should be able to pick a seat and be like, look, I sit here. Okay, Mr. Oakley.
Hashtag free Oakley.
Yeah.
So the Knicks and the league needs the Knicks to be relevant. You need Madison Square Garden to be a vibrant arena with primetime games and for the Knicks to be contending.
I kind of feel like the Knicks are you know, putting the family business out there, and they shouldn't have. I mean, it's what's up with that?
James Dolan is a bad owner. Phil Jackson, I don't know what he's doing in terms of his management.
Yeah.
We got Jeff Hornacek as the head coach. If you're going to be like, look, we got nothing to lose, they should have let Mark Jackson, another Knicks legend, let him be the head coach. He's doing the broadcasting thing, but I would have loved to have seen Mark Jackson get that job.
Right.
The Knicks are laughing stock. They are a comic punchline.
Right now they are. And I'm glad.
And they're a cornerstone franchise.
Yeah, but I'm really glad you're being transparent and being honest about your team. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they're your team. I
turned 41 years old this year. The last Knicks championship came in 1973.
Wow.
So that means they won when I wasn't even on this planet.
Oh, wow.
So I have to resort to watching highlights.
Well, that's the problem.
Seeing them win a championship. And I'm afraid that I'm going to be in my 60s by the time they win a championship because of all of this dysfunction.
All this dysfunction, I was about to say, that's probably the problem. They're mad. So, you know, everybody's mad. Everybody's taking it out on each other because they suck.
So the Knicks are bad. They are the low light of the first half of the NBA season. But it's All-Star Weekend. And NBA All-Star Weekend is a big party.
Yes, it is.
And what better place to host this event than New Orleans, Louisiana?
Yes.
The birthplace of jazz.
And Cajun food.
Love the Cajun food. The Crescent City, the Bayou City.
Yeah. They know how to party.
They do know how to party. Now, because NBA All-Star Weekend is the best of all the All-Stars.
It really is.
Pro Bowl is garbage. The baseball All-Star Weekend is cool. Okay. It's in the summertime, so that makes it good for a lot of outdoor activities. But as far as the parties and good vibes and things like that, you can't beat NBA All-Star Weekend.
And for me, this is the best of both worlds. I mean, I get my entertainment mixed with basketball.
You do.
Come on. It's like a love plus a growing, very small growing, like...
And so then that means that the celebrity game is the pinnacle for you.
Yes. Speaking of the celebrity game, we're going to have Michael Smith and Jamel Hill serving as guest coaches. And on Smith's team, which is going to be the West team, he's going to have some of my favorites. You know, he's going to have Miles Brown, who is an actor from Blackish.
We love Blackish.
Yes, we do. And he's going to have father and son, Master P and Romeo Miller.
No, what's funny is... I almost still want to call him Little Romeo, but you're a grown man, so you're grown. Romeo Miller. Let me give you your props and drop the little from you.
He's real grown. And
I like on Smith's squad, Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of Anthony Mackie. He's a fine actor. And then Candace Parker. She's a WNBA champion with the Los Angeles Sparks. And she was just the beast in Tennessee in college.
Yeah. And on Hill's team, which is the East team, we're going to have Nick Cannon.
Well, man, Nick Cannon is everywhere.
Yeah, he is. And we're also going to have Ansel Elgort. He is on the Divergent.
I wasn't into that movie.
That's one of my favorite movies. Okay. And we're going to also have Peter Rosenberg. He's the media personality.
On Hot 97 and TV. He's all over the map, too. But for me, I'll roll with